Hi everyone, my name is Purav and I'm a solutions engineer at Okta. And I'm going to walk you through Okta's identity governance product today. Today's organizations are buried deep in access requests that are slow and non-compliant. The question is not whether you need security, but question is whether you have governance or not. So in today's solution that I'll demonstrate, I'll show you how you can get people the access they need instantly while keeping everything secure and compliant. So on my screen here, I have this user, Tony Stark, who's logged into my demo platform, tony.stark@atcoemail.com. Now, this user who is a test engineer and needs access to specific application to complete a project. I'll walk you through how this user, Tony, can request access to specific set of applications. One way this user, Tony, can request access to application is by simply clicking here on request access and selecting any set of applications that are already integrated within the Okta platform itself. Now, this is one way to request access. Another way to request access is directly through the Slack messaging application that we have. All right, so in this one, let's say Tony wants to request access to Office 365 application. As you can see, Tony doesn't currently have that. So all Tony has to do is type in, I need access to an application. Or I want to submit an access to an application. This chatbot here is integrated with the Okta platform. It works through API services to send out this request to Tony's manager. Now, once Tony typed that application request in, Tony will have to hit continue as chatbot response and provide justification. So first, Tony will have to select the application resource that Tony wants to request access to. Select Office 365. Tony can select multiple, as you can see. But for now, let's just select Office 365. I need to work on my group project and hit submit. Now, once this request is created and submitted, this request will go to Tony's manager right away. As you can see, chatbot just responded with the message saying that request has been submitted. This is the application access request. Tony can simply click on this, review what's really going on with this request, or reply to this specific thread to send additional comments to the manager. Now let's pull over the manager dashboard and see how it looks like from manager side. This is manager's dashboard. And as you can see in this one, I'm signed in as a different user, purav.barrett@puravrunclub.com. This is a manager email within my organization. And here a new request has popped in. Manager has multiple ways of approving a request. First one is through the Okta Access Request platform. Second one is through Slack. Let's say our manager is already logged into the Slack channel. And a manager sees a request popped up from the Okta bot. Manager can hit approve here and approve this request, or manager can also go inside this request and see it in further details. Okay, what is the justification that was provided by Tony Stark? And as you can see, the comment that we submitted from our user Tony.Stark. And let's say we want to approve it from here or from Slack. We can hit approve. And this request will be approved. And application to the end user Tony Stark will be assigned. And this as you can see, also this gave a message saying that Office 365 was assigned to Tony.Stark@atcoemail, and access was granted. Now let's go back to our user Tony Stark's dashboard and see if those applications really popped up or not. Let's refresh this, and as you can see, different Microsoft Office 365 chiclets just popped up here. Now let's click on one of these applications and see if it really happened. Stay signed in, hit yes. And now our user is able to SSO into Office 365 applications as well as the federated user here. As you saw, how Tony Stark was able to seamlessly submit a request to get access to different set of applications and then get into those applications without any issues. This simplifies application access request process without any slow and error-prone requests that many organizations go through. Okay, so now we have seen how easily our end user, Tony Stark, was able to request access to Office 365. And let's say if the user wants to request access to other applications, this would work the same exact way. And how easily our manager was able to approve it. Now, let me walk you through what's really happening behind the curtain, how easily I was able to set up this access request for a specific set of applications or a group of applications. And let's take it one step further to discuss how we can leverage licenses as well as roles that are populated within each and every SaaS applications that we integrate with. So let me pull up the admin dashboard. This is my admin dashboard, and as you can see, I'm logged in as my manager account. Now, once the Okta identity governance is enabled for your organization, few tabs will pop up, which is governance, access request. So let's first go through access request, and I'll walk you through how I was able to set up access request. Now, within the access request, I can create multiple conditions, multiple access requests, but I already have one set up, so I'm going to walk you through what's really going on here. So let me disable this and edit this to show you what's really going on here. So I have set up this Office 365 access request to everyone within the organization. Scope is set up to everyone and only to specific application. Let's say if I wanted to request to specify specific set of licenses and roles, I can do so by selecting this option and request only those specific licenses. I can further define how many days user can have access to this specific application. So let's say when user is a contractor and leaves within 60 days, this app will automatically deprovision that user after their time limit is expired. And further, we have set up an approval sequence. This is a set of steps, and let's go through what a sequence is. So let me go ahead and change sequence and show you what it really is. Select, change sequence, and hit edit. A sequence is a set of steps that can be easily configured. Let's say, we want to set up a request for Office 365 and say user requests and access to resource Office 365. What are the questions we want to ask? We can ask them, specific set of questions, multiple questions. That question type could be drop down, text, or date. And then where do we want to send that request out to? We have this set up to send it out to the manager and eventually deliver this application to the end user. Now, let me walk you through the governance tab here. Let me enable this and let me walk you through the governance tab. Now we'll take a look at Entitlement Management Engine, which makes access secure, compliant, and easy to manage with fine-grained permissions. So imagine we have many different applications, and each and every different application will have many different set of licenses as well as roles within those applications. So these are the licenses that are coming from Office 365, as you can see, and different roles that we can pull in from Office 365 without admin having to go into Okta platform and then creating each and every one of these roles individually to assign these roles to the users. Further, admin can create a specific set of bundles using those different licenses and permissions. As you can see, I have created one cybersecurity team bundle, for example, that contains all these different set of roles that are brought in from Office 365. We don't want managers approving 20 different entitlements every time. So we group them together into one entitlement bundle, and admin can just go ahead and assign this specific bundle to the user. Now let's go through Policy Engine. Policy Engine allows you to use user-specific attributes and create policies that, based on that user's attribute, assign that user to a specific set of roles or licenses. As you can see, I have created one condition which says user.profile custom attribute equals to a specific word, then assign user to a specific set of roles that are brought in from Office 365 without admin having to create those new roles within the Okta platform itself. Now that's for the policy engine, and you saw how we were able to leverage different roles and licenses that are brought in from different SaaS applications such as Office 365 here to assign them to different users based on policies that we create. Now, one of the key principles of Zero Trust Framework is the principle of least privilege. This is where we have to ensure that users have access to only the set of applications that they need to perform certain tasks and responsibilities that are assigned to them. So now let's go to our Access Certifications campaign tab. That's under Okta Governance and Access Certifications. Within the Access Certifications, an admin can create different campaigns to review which users were given access to what application, when was this application access given, who assigned it, and let's say if there were any comments, what were those comments. Those different applications campaigns as well as users campaigns can be created here. Create campaign, resource campaign, or user campaign. So let's go ahead and walk you through resource campaign. So let's go ahead and type it in, resource campaign for Office 365, description, NA. We can further figure out when do we want to start this campaign. It can be either today, later in the time. How long do we want to run this campaign? Do we want to make this recurring or not? There are many different options available here. Let's go ahead and hit next. What is the set of different applications that we want to run this campaign on? We can select multiple applications. Let's say Office 365 is the one that I want to run campaign on. I can select Salesforce as well, Google, as many different applications I want to. Do I want to review different entitlements that we saw in our previous section? I can enable all entitlements, all roles and licenses within the applications campaign. Hit next. Select all the users that I want to include in a campaign. I'm going to leave it as all users assigned to the specific resource. Hit next. And what type of different notifications do I want to enable here? I can send notifications to admin, moment the reviews are assigned, campaign ended, all this necessary details. I can further disable bulk decisions and many other details as well. Let me select the reviewer. I'm going to select my user account here. Hit next and schedule a campaign. This is how you can easily schedule a campaign. This is the resource campaign that we just set up. You can schedule as many campaigns as you need for different set of resources. Okay, so as you saw, a resource campaign was created for Office 365. I already have this one campaign set up, so let's go ahead and launch it. Now a campaign has been launched. When I go here and hit refresh, it should kick in. As you can see, there is one campaign is active, and this campaign that we just launched is evaluating different set of users assigned to the different applications. So the campaign that I launched was on resources, Salesforce, and Office 365, and you can see these are the different entitlements assigned to each and every user. And who's the reviewer? Reviewer is the manager that I'm signed in as. Now let's go ahead and see how this manager can revoke access, review all of this user's accesses. For that, we'll go to our admin console here, our end user dashboard here, and go to Okta Access Certifications tab. And as you can see that there are about 20 pending reviews for this end user, which is our manager. So let's click on it. And as an admin, I can see, okay, this user, Tony Stark, has been assigned Salesforce entitlement licenses. As an admin, I can evaluate, make policy decision based on organization's policy and approve it or revoke it or further reassign it to some other user if I'm too busy. So I'm going to filter it based on Tony. And let's go ahead and revoke this. As a manager, I have to provide justification. Why am I revoking this license? This user does not need it anymore. And one review is successfully completed. As an admin, you can make a bulk decision to approve, revoke, reassign all these licenses to different set of users. Further, we can drill down into a lot more information about this user. So let's say we want to know more about this user before revoking any of the licenses of this user. We can see this user's profile, department, manager, organization, all the details, as well as different set of licenses. And let's say if we want to drill further into when was this application assigned to this user, all the information is provided here, who assigned it, who left review unreviewed, as well as other details, what really happened. So all this information is available for you to review before making any critical decisions. Now, let's go through reporting capabilities that are available within the Okta platform itself. That will be under Reports and Reports. Now, with Okta Identity Governance, as an admin, you are able to see different set of entitlements, which users are assigned to different applications, group memberships, user accounts, user entitlements, any past access requests that were submitted by users, or any past campaign summaries. So let's go ahead and click on this user app access. And this will pull up a report of all the users who are assigned to different applications. Few seconds to load up, but as you can see, we have a granular view of which users are assigned to what application, uh, who was the manager, what was the application, what was the date it was assigned, as well as other details about user status active. Other reports include um, Other reports include any past access requests, user entitlements, past campaign summaries. Let's say as an admin, I want to go ahead and click on past campaign summaries and see which campaigns were run at what time, how many of them were successful, how many of them were approved, and total certified campaigns. All the detail is provided to you, which are super helpful when the time comes for any compliance requirements from the auditing team. So what you saw today is how Okta Identity Governance gives you a single pane of glass you need for every access-related decision. You saw us automate compliance with access request, access certification, and cut all the manual work that you need. What does this result in? It results into a faster onboarding, automated assignment of different applications, and all this while reducing audit risk and staying within the governance requirements that are set up by all these regulatory bodies. Instead of slowing it down, how about we enable business to take it one step further? Instead of managing spreadsheets, how about we start governing identities? So thank you so much for your time today. Really appreciate it.